Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Evan and this is Sense or Sense. And today I want to come to you with a little bit of a different angle than what everybody else is reporting about the new American Express Platinum card refresh. Everybody else is kind of talking about all the different benefits, the new benefits. What I want to do is I want to show you, to begin with, what I'm getting currently with the card prior to this refresh. And then I'm going to show you what I anticipate that I'm going to get with the refresh. And you're going to see pretty quickly that the $200 difference in the annual fee is going to be well worth it for most people, including myself. I'm going to get at least a 5x return, or maybe even a 6x return or more on that additional $200 of annual fee cost. So let's jump right into it. So right now, I'm not going to count, obviously, I'm only going to count the dollar value items, not like the things like the 5x points on flights and things like that. There's no way to really quantify that on a year-to-year basis. But for sure, I was getting the $200 hotel credit that was there prior to the refresh. So that's $200. I was getting the $200 Uber cash credit each year. So that was also being applied to what I was getting value from. Then I was getting the $200 airline fee credit. I believe it was $179 clear plus credit. So that was $179. And then it was a $20 per month on the digital entertainment credit prior to this. So I was getting $240 in value there. And then down here, I was a Walmart Plus member, and I was taking advantage of the Saks credits each half of the year. So this was essentially my amount that I made or not made, but this is the amount that I benefited from in 2024, and a lot of it I've already benefited from in 2025 as well. So you can see that with the $695 annual fee that I was basically not quite doubling the annual fee in value to myself, but pretty close. So, I was actually thinking before the refresh that I might consider getting rid of this card. My wife has the Charles Schwab version of the AMEX Platinum, and she, because of our assets that we have with Schwab, we get a $200 a year discount on that card. So we were only paying $495 for the Charles Schwab AMEX Platinum and getting all the same benefits. And I'm not sure that, I was trying to figure out if I was going to be able to get, obviously I'm not going to get 2 Walmart Plus credits. I'm not going to get, some of these other credits necessarily on both cards. So she didn't have the Walmart Plus. She did have pretty much everything else. She was getting around $1,000 in value expected in 2025 for a $500 cost. So hers is going to go up to $595 now. She's going to get great benefits out of it. Mine is going to go to $895, and I'm about ready to show you. So remember that number, $1,274, because now we're going to talk about the additional benefits. So I'm going to zero that out, and we're going to go back in here. We're going to look at these different things. It's easy for my wife and I to use this $600 hotel credit whether or not we're traveling or not. We do a staycation about 2 times a year, once for our anniversary and once towards the end of the year when her business is slow. And we generally have used the FHR benefits, one on her card and one on my card. Now we'll have the ability to use it up to 4 times a year. Basically $300 on her card, $300 on my card in the first half of the year, and then the same in the second half of the year. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to integrate that into our travel, especially when we're going to bigger cities. We're planning a trip to Japan right now for next summer, and it will take place in the second half of the year, in July, August timeframe. So I can definitely utilize these hotel credits at an FHR property or at the hotel collection in somewhere, say, like Tokyo for 1 or 2 nights. So I'm going to value that at, again, this is the amount above and beyond the old credit. So you used to get $200, now we're getting $600. So that's $400 additional dollars. The Uber credit stayed the same, so I'm not going to add anything there. Uber One credit, well, I wasn't an Uber One member until recently, and then I realized how much money I was able to save with the Uber One. I signed up for, I think, a 90-day free trial with it that's about ready to expire, which is great that I can now take advantage of this, because I take about 1 to 2 Ubers a month on average, and I do about on average, I do about 1 order every about 10 months of the year. So I do about 10 Uber orders a year. And I get value out of it, especially with the Uber One, because there are a couple places that are about 10 to 15 miles away from us that normally are not able to be delivered to us that we like to go to. But now we can have Uber drop it off at us, which is especially great with our son being so busy with sports. And with the Uber One, you get free delivery and you get discounts on their other fees. So it actually makes it very reasonably priced. They obviously are marking up the food items themselves, but that's what I'm using this 200 Uber cash for, to kind of offset if I'm not taking a ride that month. So basically, I'll take an Uber ride some months. I'll do the restaurants some months, but I think it averages out to maybe about using it about 15 to 20 times a year total. Obviously, some of that out of my pocket, and a lot of the $200 in Uber cash from this account, and the $200 in Uber cash from my wife's account too. So we can utilize that and kind of combine that together in Uber. So the Uber credit I will definitely value. The Uber One credit I will definitely value at the full 120. The airline fee credit, we were already getting that before, and we both utilize that through some either travel with some extra checked bags if we're doing coach travel, or if we're not doing coach travel, we can sometimes utilize it for other sources like Travel Bank and whatnot. The $209 Clear Plus credit, I think the cost of Clear Plus went up, so I'm not even going to count that towards this. I was getting $179 before. I believe it went to $209. I have used Clear, especially in DFW, at least once or twice a year. I wouldn't necessarily value it at $209 if I had to pay retail for it, and that's why I'm not going to add any additional value right now. The $400 Resi credit, this will be easy for my wife and I to use. It's basically $100 in credit each quarter for each one of our cards. So we definitely eat out at least 2 times each quarter at nicer restaurants, for anniversaries, birthdays, getting together with family members, getting together with friends that are coming to visit us from Austin, places like that. So I value this at the whole amount. And even if I weren't able to go and eat at one of these restaurants, you can always go and buy a gift card at these restaurants, and it should trigger this credit as well. So this is something that's brand new, so I'm adding $400 to the value. The $300 digital entertainment credit, well, it used to be $20 a month, now it's $25 a month. I'm going to be able to utilize all of this because I have YouTube TV. So I can utilize all $25. My wife will then use probably Disney Plus, and I think she'll get like $20 or $21 worth of credit. But I'm thinking about adding, something like Peacock also to her account, and then maybe pay like $2 or $3 extra a month on top of the $25 credit for us to have Disney plus Peacock on her $25 statement credit, and then getting $25 off on my statement credit for the YouTube TV, which we've been a long-time fan of for a long time. So I value this as an extra $5 a month times 12. That's $60. So I'll add that in there. That's $9.80. And then the Lululemon credit. Some people might laugh at this. I actually can use this. I work out usually 5-6 days a week. I wouldn't necessarily buy Lululemon stuff, but now I can use this as a way of getting some additional workout clothes. I will try to get my prices on things, at discounts when they have big sales, Black Fridays, things like that. Obviously, this is each quarter, so hopefully I can take advantage of those deals. If not, I'll just end up buying, a pair of shorts or something like that, whatever ridiculous pricing Lululemon has. I'm not sure. I would value this at $75 a quarter. My wife might, but we'll say that this is worth $25 a quarter to me. So I can buy some new shorts or something like that. That's basically what I'd pay for a nice pair of shorts or some other benefits. So I'm not even going to value this at a full $300. I'm going to value this at a third of that. So $100 there. The Saks credit I use each year. If I'm in places that have a Saks Fifth Avenue, I'll go and get the gift cards when I happen to be near one. So I value it at a full $100. If not, I go online and I've ordered some knives and things like that we can use around the house. Generally that cost around $50 to $75. So I value this at $100. So I'll add that in. The Aura Ring credit, I'm not sure that I'll value this at much of anything. It's interesting. You can buy I think it's an Aura Ring 3 for around $200, but then you have to pay for an annual membership or a monthly membership. And I'm not sure that I would do this. My wife might do this because she has sleep issues, and I know that she can track her sleep a lot better with this. So might do that. I'm not going to value it at anything. But you can see that I'm getting an additional $1,180 in value from the card, and for the extra $200. So I'm getting over almost a 600% return, a 6x return on my $200 additional. And then remember, I told you to remember that $1,274. So this is the amount that I anticipate I'm going to get without even including any of the other benefits like going to lounges, AMEX offers. I usually get a couple $100 worth of AMEX offers a year. So we'll just say it's $2,500 a year for an $895 credit or $895 annual fee. I'd say that's pretty good value. Now, some of this stuff I wouldn't use if I didn't have the card, but there's 100% certainty that I would be getting at least $1,000 to $1,200 worth of value from this card that I would definitely use myself, like the YouTube TV, the Disney Plus, the airline credits, the Resi, things like that. For sure, I would use anyway. So I feel like this is a great addition for this new card update, and this is how I value the American Express Platinum card. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm on my way to 500 subscribers. I would appreciate any more support. Thanks. Until next time, I appreciate everybody.